to pull to get more traction, to get more results, to get things happening. All right, welcome to another sales first, everything else second briefing. And I'm going to hound you on this. This is going to be the come from for a while, right? Because we're seeing this every single day. Everybody's got something they want to work on because those things free you from having to have sales conversations, from having to optimize your sales process, from having to look at the numbers, at the metrics, at dialing in what is necessary, what is fun, because we want to be over here building toys, mechanisms, and tools. We're always looking to try to replace ourselves. You stop trying to make AI do your work. Stop trying to make the book do the work. Stop trying to make the podcast, the website, your rebrand, all of these things to be able to replace you and replicate you as a sales person, a sales professional. Now, I am all in on AI. Believe me, we are up to our eyeballs in AI. We've got teams working on AI. We're deploying AI tools and technology to drastically enhance and accelerate our efficiency, our effectiveness in the things that we're doing. What we're not deploying AI on is to try to make it so that I don't have to do the things that are necessary to move the needle forward. Right? I hear seeing claims all day long. AI can do it all. AI can have the conversations. AI is going to make, hey, good, great, do it. I'm not worried about being left behind because we are rolling, right? We are like ducks in the water underneath you. We are paddling like crazy, and we are partnering and collaborating, and we are educating ourselves deeply. So I am not worried in any way about being left behind. And sales is a human function. If you're scaling something at large quantities on e-commerce and you're selling widgets at a smaller price point, knock yourself out. This doesn't apply to you. This is for somebody with a complex sale. When you're dealing with people that are in transitions in their life, selling real estate, buying distressed real estate, selling divorce care, building relationship counseling, building. If you're a relationship expert, if you have complexity in your sale, you've got medical device technologies, you have a service, something that is customizable, right? If it's something that is a widget and is just literally done the same exact way for everybody every time, doesn't matter where they are or what's going on, then it still is going to matter, just not as much. But if you do something that every single company that you serve has a little something different to it, there's going to be some nuance, some change, some customization. And they're going to spend a good chunk of money. And you decide what that money is, $3,000, $30,000, $300,000, doesn't matter. It all applies. Every dollar amount is big to somebody. You just have to be really clear about it. These things tend to be a complex sale. And it doesn't always mean that you have to have a face-to-face conversation. It can be on the phone, it can be via text, it can be via email. More than enough evidence out there. We've all seen that made sales without having to voice speak to somebody. But you do need to be communicating, dialoguing, giving them an example of who you are, how you work, how your company serves, etc. And what I'm trying to get to here is we just did a great briefing this morning with an amazing group of people and walked people through an assessment, just really getting to understand where you are currently with your sales process. And the two things that we see consistently is that people are doing things that work and then they leave it alone and go find something else to do. Because there's somebody in our feed saying this marketing strategy is working like gangbusters right now. You should do it. Or this AI tool is the best thing that you should do, and you should do that. Or this website addition should make all the difference for you. If you just write this book, if you just launch this podcast, if you just work social media this way. And at the end of the day, all of these things are mechanisms that are great, but they have to come after you really understand your sales solution, your sales process. Your offer is locked and loaded and dialed and tight. Our offer is modified, but we've been delivering the same offers for nearly 15 years. They are proven, they are relevant, they are validated, they are tested, and true and stress tested and pressure tested. And we've been smart enough and blessed enough to be able to roll with the times so that we remain relevant. The principles don't change, just the strategies and tactics that surround them. We're not getting off the beaten path, trying to find new ways to replace us in the sales process. I don't want to replace you in the sales process with mechanisms. We want to master the sales process and your sales results so that your company is delivering 45, 55, 65% conversion rates on what you're doing, and then design the company to replicate that process. If you're early in the stages, if you haven't hit six figures, or if you're still working on that first seven figures, you shouldn't have a ton of variety in the sources and the processes. You should be nailing one offer and mastering it. Selling one offer, and anything that's an upsell or a downsell should be an upsell version of the same offer or a stripped down version of a downsell that will get people in, keeping them on the same journey. Right? One of the things that we see often is that people have multiple offers, but they're for multiple people, or from multiple verticals. You don't want that. You can't have an offer that's going to serve and attract two different avatars, because the moment you're attracting two different people, you have diluted your message by 50%. Right? We are always speaking to the entrepreneur that is growing fast, seeking the mountaintop, and needs to figure out how to leverage yourself so that you are not the bottleneck of sales. And we don't want you having to be chasing leads and sales day in and day out in order to make that work. Right? And it's understanding that there's things on your list you're never going to get all the way through the to-do list. There's always things on the shelf, an idea that needs to go, or the idea that's in the parking lot, a strategy, a process, an event, something that you really want to put into place, but you have to optimize what's happening on the front end instead of just throwing it out there. Right? So this is what I want you to think about. What are the things you're doing right now that have worked? Just go through the last quarter, go through the last month. Last week, if you've got a lot of activity and effective, what worked? What are you doing? Are you really effective with how you're reaching out to people? Or is when I say you, I mean you, your company, your team. Are you really effective at getting people in a conversation? Some people, when you get them on a call, you're going to convert them. Other people, once you reach out, someone's going to respond. We have a client that has a plus size wedding gown shop, and she's one of the tops in the nation of what she does. And they have a 90% conversion rate. The whole mission is about getting people in the store, because you get them in the store, you're going to convert them. So when we start focusing on all kinds of other things that are not centered around nailing down appointments and getting people in the store, it is a distraction and is in the way and is a deterrent to your success. Right? In our world, we get people to buy something, they stay, because once they come in the door with us and spend $1, $5, $7, $42, the game changes, because we get results. When people are in our world, they know exactly how they're going to win. They see change, growth, impact. They realize that they're in the right place, and then people stay and they continue to buy and they continue to move and continue to grow. So whether we sell $100,000 or $100, we know that once we get you in the door, we're going to win with you. We're going to make sure you are winning, and the game is going to change for you. So our metric of significance that we're always looking for is, how do we get more people in the door and to take advantage of offers and opportunities. And so when we're having conversations as a company, people are being invited to things and they show up. And when they show up and they buy, they roll. So our number one mission here is to get as many invitations as we can for people to show up to our trainings, because then they buy, they take action, and they move. What is the lever for you? Is it getting people to your events, getting them to your workshops? Is it getting them in front of your videos? Is it getting people in front of you and your team? What is the lever you need to pull? Because you cannot do everything. And the problem is, while you're trying to do the next cool thing, you're doing it at the expense of the thing you're already doing well to some degree. And you should be just going deep on the thing you're doing so that you perfect perfected so that it is mastered and then documented and proven and processed so that you can then hand it off or parts of it off to somebody else who is going to own it, optimize it, up level it, and make it work. So then you can work on the next thing. But if you're not driving at least 6 figures or 6-figure months, you're not at a place where that you have the stability to start chasing other things and leaving sales on the back burner. You need to be sales first, everything else second. Who do you know exactly who your avatar is and how much have they changed? Are you talking to the same person over and over? Have they changed, shifted, and moved as fast as the marketplace is moving? If you don't believe that your ideal client doesn't change and move as fast, then you're missing the boat. The avatar you had a year ago, 2 years ago, heck, 6 months ago, 90 days ago, sometimes has shifted and changed because the marketplace is changing that fast. So you need to be keeping that in mind. We are revising our avatar, even if it's just adding a component, a character trait, a strength, a weakness, adding something to it, taking something off it. Every time you engage a customer or a potential customer, you should be mentally note and having and logging, what is this about your avatar? Are they 100% your ideal avatar? And if so, why? If not, why not? You got to start putting that kind of time, effort, and energy into this. So you're going deep on the things that you're working on. So you can just keep refining the rooms you get in so that instead of finding a potential client in every room, eventually you get to rooms that have nothing but your ideal client in the room. And then instead of putting posts out to the world, you start putting posts in front of people. I'll tell you, everything that we put out here on all of our channels are for your benefit because we want to provide as much value in the marketplace as we can. We know a lot, we win a lot, where clients are winning, and we want to make sure that you see the benefit of it, so we're sharing it here. But then we're taking these assets and then we put them in front of somebody directly. Who are we winning with? What are we doing for them? How is it working? And then we take that and we do very strategic targeting to put these resources in front of somebody who we know their whole company or their team or their process can benefit directly from what we're doing. So we're doing this to provide value and to create assets that then we will then put in front of the ideal person. I'm just sharing this with you so that you start thinking the same way. Your job is not done once you just posted content. Because when you post content on social media, for the most part, the vast majority of those people are not the right people. So you're just putting stuff out there hoping that they're going to find you. And we want to get you in a position where you're putting it in front of the people who need to see it, and ideally when they need to see it, and they know exactly what to do with it. And then they're going to see that as they consume your content, as they see how you solve a problem, they watch a case study, they read an article, they come through a training session or whatever you have laid out in front of them, they realize, wow, this is the 80-20 of what I'm looking for, right? This person solves 80% of my problem, moves my needle drastically with this specific strategy being dialed in and put in place. And so I want you to be thinking about that. What's the one thing that you are doing that is working that you need to double down on, triple down on, 10x on, so that it starts producing a vastly more successful result with the same strategy, just done better, done more effectively, done more often, done with better intention and strategy. Stop trying to learn a new thing all the time because there just isn't enough room on your plate in your brain to be able to access all of it. Not until you nail this down so that you are sales first, everything else second. Start making sales, start making revenue. Every time you start driving this in, you start making sales more consistently, more predictably, more effectively, and then start having resources to do the things that you need to do after that. Growing the teams, systems, strategy, technology, everything else that you want to put in place. But first, don't start putting that before the cart before the hearse. Lean in with sales first. And want to invite you to something that we are getting ready to kick off right now with our clients. And it's a 6-week sales sprint, right? Literally starting this week. If you're interested, type in the chat 6 weeks and let's get rolling. And we'll share the information with you. Simply put, what we're going to do is help walk you through a very simple assessment If you want that assessment, reach out to me and just ask for the assessment. I will share it with you, and you'll be able to get a real good look at where exactly you stand with your sales and revenue, what is working, what is not, how are you working on this, where's the areas that are optimized, what is the thing that needs your greatest attention, what is working so you can replicate it, and what needs to be up-leveled so you can dial in on it. And then more importantly, what else needs to be ignored? Then for the 6-week sales sprint, you're going to focus on that thing specifically, and you're going to go all in on it, deep dive. You're going to have golden hour sessions every single day so that you can spend 1 hour committed, dedicated of revenue generating activity centered around this piece, this item that you have recognized is a fail point for you. Like we spoke about with our dress owner, a dress shop client, right? Appointments for the next 6 weeks. It's going to be all hands on deck filling appointments. How many more appointments can we get in that shop so that we can work a magic and convert that, keep that 90% conversion going and make all the money that's necessary to then start doing all of the other things that you want to do in the business, right? What is that thing for you? So if you're interested, reach out to me, ping me directly on whichever platform that you are on and ask for the assessment and say, I'm in, I want to do the 6-week challenge, and I will get you involved. And here's the clue. It doesn't really matter how long it takes or when you start. You can start halfway through and still win, or your 6 weeks can start at that time. Just jump in and go. We are starting this effectively this week. So you're not missing it. You're just a day behind. So you can come in and join us. It's 6 weeks times 7 days a week is 42-day challenge. So we're offering this for you for $42, $1 a day for 6 weeks, so that you can 10x, 20x, 100x, 1000x the sales results that you are currently having simply by doing less at a much more refined and committed intention and strategy, so that you can win by putting sales first and everything else second. Let me know what you're hearing from this. Let me know if you're watching this live or on the recording, and reach out and ask with this or anything that you are struggling with as it pertaining to growing your company and your company start making sales. If you are not making sales every day, putting offers every day in place, something's missing, and that does not have to be the case, right? So thanks for your trust and your time, and we will see you on the next one. Make sure you give me a thumbs up, like, review, subscribe, all of that good stuff, whatever platform you're on, so that we know that we're making an impact, right? Go out there and make a difference and make some